In this video, I will be discussing the 5 forms of the Garou from Werewolf, the Apocalypse, 5th edition. A brief description as well as each form's perks and limitations. Shifting form is a 2-dice minor action and requires a rage check according to the form's cost. This cost must also be paid for each additional scene in which the Garou maintains the form. If the check causes them to lose their final point of rage, the shift fails and they lose the wolf, as a Garou needs at least 1 point of rage to stay in a supernatural form. Just as with gifts and regeneration, shifting takes place at the beginning of the turn, as actions are declared, and a character can shapeshift only once per turn. It is important to remember that shifting in front of mundane humans normally causes them to fall into an episode of the delirium, even if the form itself does not cause this. The Garou will either fall out of their clothes, or they will shred from their body during the change as well, unless the rite of dedication is used. In the latter case, the clothes just fade away and return to their normal state when you return to your original form. The Homid form is the one similar to that of a regular human, and it is the natural form of most Garou tonight. For most non-supernatural methods of detection, Homid form is indistinguishable from non-Garou. Being Homid is great for using tools, communicating, and handling most of the interactions of the modern world. It costs nothing to change into this form. If this is the form you were born into, then when you die or lose the wolf, this is the form that you revert into naturally. The perks to this form revolve around being about to fit in and appear human no matter where you are. You also do not take damage from silver in this form. The limitations of this form is mainly being unable to regenerate your health. The Glabro form is a big, hunched, and hairy human. It's not overtly supernatural and more sinewy than hypermuscular, but the wolf is just beneath the surface. Close inspection reveals a surprising amount of body hair, as well as a loping gait. Taking Glabro form is still good for using tools, but it's also a bit more durable than Homid form. It's good for wielding weapons, and for not making people go, holy shit, a giant fucking wolf monster just tore those people to ribbons while you're doing it. It costs 1 rage check to change into this form, but it does give you a 2-dice bonus to all physical tests that you make. This form also allows you to regenerate 1 health level with 1 check. Keep in mind that outside of combat, your regeneration is chugging along naturally without any rolls. If you were to get hit by a car and took 4 superficial damage and walked away from it, you would be healed up by the next scene. The heal rolls are something to be made to keep healed during combat or in scenes where can't look injured. Limitations to this form include a 2-dice penalty when interacting with regular humans. You also have to hide some of your animalistic features from normal people. Even if not obviously supernatural, the signs are there. Small claws, fangs, lots of extra hair that you normally don't have, and your ears elongate a bit in a wolf-like manner. With a hoodie over your head, you might pass off as normal, but once someone gets a good look at you, they start questioning things. With these changes your body goes through, your voice surely gets gruff and sounds intimidating on its own. This is not the form to be in on the beach in the middle of the day, or if you are looking to seduce the new girl in town. This is the form that anyone that hears the name werewolf thinks of. This form is a nightmarish hulk of claws, fangs, and whipcord muscle, combining the most fearsome traits of wolf and man. Walking carnage, the Krynos form always means death for something. Just the sight of it terrifies most mundane individuals, whether they're human, wolf, or anything else is in its path. Very few people can even manage to see this monster without losing their minds a bit. Most people that see this form rationalize it into something completely different, so their minds can even accept what had occurred if they survived the encounter in the first place. It costs 2 rage checks to change into this form. Doing so gives the following benefits: a 4-dice bonus to all physical tests, 4 bonus health levels, natural +3 damage claws, natural +1 aggravated damage bite, the ability to regenerate 2 health levels of health with 1 rage check. Mundane humans witnessing it almost certainly experience the delirium. This is the reason right here that the Krynos form is like a gun. You only pull it out when you intend to kill. No Garou is going to turn into their Krynos form to rescue a kitten from a tree. There are some limitations to this form. Ordinary communication is nigh impossible, and a Garou in Krynos has difficulty forming expressions beyond single words: kill, enemy, worm, usually with a guttural, snarling delivery. This condition makes non-intimidation social and stealth tests automatically fail. Damage applied to the 4 bonus health boxes is applied to their regular track, if not regenerated, before changing out of this form. This could kill them or leave them seriously injured. This form also increases the odds of going into a frenzy. Difficulty rolls to resist frenzy are increased by 1. Garou also have to spend a point of willpower at the end of each round, being in this form, if they have not made a kill, the previous round, or they automatically enter frenzy. When they leave Krynos form, their rage is automatically reduced to 1. The Hispo form resembles that of a huge primordial wolf. That's a really big dog, but not immediately visibly supernatural. The Hispo form is great for long-distance travel, both in terms of 4-legged speed and remarkable hardiness. It's not great for speaking or using tools, but it has a fearsome bite, as well as superior senses. This form is definitely the one that was used for an American werewolf in London. It cost 1 rage check to change into this form. The abilities and limitations to this form is, a Garou in this form cannot speak as a human would, but the werewolf can communicate well enough with wolves and other Garou who understand such form-based nuances. Due to the form's fearsome size and presence, tests to avoid detection are done at a 2 dice penalty. A 2 dice bonus to all physical tests, with the exception to the stealth rolls. A natural +1 aggravated damage bite. And the Garou can regenerate 1 health level with 1 rage check, just like the Galabro form. The Lupus form is that of a regular-sized wolf. Indeed, it might easily be mistaken for a large dog in certain areas, particularly where wolves are infrequent visitors. The Lupus form excels in distance travel at speed and in navigating areas where its comparatively small size aids at stealth or accessing difficult-to-reach areas, such as digging under a fence or creeping into a drainage pipe. It costs nothing to change into this form. If this is the Garou's natural breed form, this is the form they will change into if they lose the wolf or die. Abilities and limitations are, in this form a Garou cannot regenerate but is not affected by silver. It cannot speak as would a human, but it can communicate well enough with wolves and other Garou via primal body language and vocalization. Depending on the environment, it can also gain various 2 dice bonuses, such as to survival or stealth, depending on whether being a wolf would be beneficial in that specific situation. My only issue to the forms in Werewolf, the Apocalypse 5th edition, is that the Hispo form mentions their supernatural senses, but give them nothing for this. Then the follow-up with the Lupus, with a +2 dice bonus on stealth and survival rolls. I can buy into the Hispo, not getting stealth because of size, although I would argue they should in the wilderness because the book gives them a pass on passing as a large dog. Truthfully, a wolf appears to be a large dog, and a Hispo would look like a huge wolf. With that being said, I would at the very least allow a 2 dice bonus to survival rolls for the Hispo. Glabro and Homid share the ability to use tools, so the 2 dice survival bonus should go to the wolf forms. I hope you enjoyed this video and were able to learn something new, or at the very least picked up on something you can try out in your own games.